Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. It is the 24th of May. Perfect. All right, let's see here. Hope you can see me and hear me. Yep, I'm unmuted. I have the right mic. My mic is on. Check, check, check. Awesome. Okay, so today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about past focus versus future focus and our thoughts about us, all of this in relation to weight loss. Okay. So, a lot of times we might say, I want to get back to a specific weight I used to weigh, right? I want to weigh what I weighed in high school or before I had a baby, right? Or a couple years ago or before I had cancer, right? I want to discourage this type of past focus thinking, right? Um, we want to focus on the future and the body that we want to have, the one we'd like to have, the one we're creating, right? And the other thing to remember is that past body ended us up here, overweight again, right? It wasn't a permanent solution. But this time, things can absolutely be different. And this time, I promise you, it can be for the last time. So many of us have pasts filled with pain, negative circumstances, failures. We think we've had so many weight loss attempts. And when we define ourselves and our future abilities by our past, we really create a lot of discouraging feelings and regret within ourselves. I like to look at my past and think that it was perfect. It happened exactly as it was supposed to. There were no mistakes. Everything was just lessons and preparation getting me to where I am now. There is no reason to argue with our past or wish it was different. It's such a waste of emotional energy. If you take that energy that you're using, arguing with the reality, arguing with our past, you're going to be able to focus it on your future. Focus it on something that you can truly have an impact on. So the truth is you cannot go back. The past is over. And sometimes that's a blessing, right? And the good news is the future is ours. It's ours for the taking. It's ours for the creating. You can create a future that is so much better and richer than your past. Okay. So if you're a past focused person, right? If you ask yourself what your plans are for the future and your past focus, you have no idea where you're going. You're just being defined by who you used to be. And you're not taking control of who you want to be. Right? And you'll say things like, well, that's just that's just how I've always done it. That doesn't work for me. I've tried that before. I've had this issue my whole life. I've always been overweight. It's just who I am. I've always struggled with my weight. I'm not a very good athlete. I'm just not the kind of person who can do that. Right? If you're looking, right, you're defining yourself and who you can be based on the evidence of your past. Right? It's just evidence that you've been unconsciously looking for in order to prove these terrible belief systems about yourself. Right? You know that you get to decide what you want to believe about yourself. 100%. You get to decide how you define yourself. Right? We can look to our past and learn and grow from mistakes we've made and things we've overcome. Right? But never look back to define yourself by what you haven't been able to accomplish yet. Right? Turn your head around. Start focusing on the road ahead. Right? The past is over. It's gone. You can't go back there and change anything or be younger again, right? But the beauty of it is your past set you up to be the person you are today. You can love your past self, love your past for what it did, love your past self for who you were. I like to say to myself, I did the best I knew how to do at the time, right? Um, and just started getting excited about your future. Step into your future self. Stop defining who you can be, who the possibility of you can be is by your past. You always get to decide. Okay. So, a little exercise for you, some journaling that you can do. The first thing is name the ways and list all the ways in which you are past focused. How often do you go looking into your past for evidence of what you can do in your future? Right. And then the next question is what in your past do you focus on or let define you that is negative? Think about that. What in your past do you focus on or let define you that is negative? The third journal prompt, what are the most defining events of your past and why? It's a really good one. Why are they a defining events? What are you thinking about them now? What are you attributing your feelings to? Right? The fourth question is what excuses do you make and blame on your past? Right? Just think about that one. I've always struggled with my weight. The reason I'm overweight, the pandemic. People like to blame circumstances, right? The pandemic is not to blame for anything. It's your thoughts about it, right? What is the hardest thing to deal with from your past? What's the hardest thing to deal with from your past? What do you have regret about? Right? And regret is an optional choice. It's an optional feeling. Everything that happened in my life happened for me, it brought me to this place. Those are really amazing thoughts to think about. Okay. The seventh one is who do you need to forgive and why? Do you need to forgive yourself? Maybe there's people in your past that you feel you think have done you wrong. Maybe you want to forgive them. Right? Number 8, how often do you tell stories from your past and why? Right? Why do you tell those stories? Sometimes we retell stories over and over again because we're kind of indulging in self-pity. Right? Is that you? If it is, there's no judgment. Just be curious about it. Right? And then number 9 is, do you think your future will be better than your past? And why or why not? And remember, you get to decide. No matter what circumstances are around you, no matter what weight you are, no matter what your health diagnoses are, no matter where you live, no matter what's going on around you, you get to decide, is your future going to be better than your past? And why or why not? What if there was no better or worse? What if it was just different? You get to decide. All right. Okay, so that's what I have for you today, past versus future thinking. So important. It's so important, especially when we're on this journey of weight loss, when we're on a journey of self-discovery, maybe building a business or deciding what our possibilities are. What are we capable of in our future? Okay, because the possibilities are endless for you. All right, y'all. I love you. I will see you later. Have a happy Monday. Bye-bye.